Guys, I gotta tell you, my champion broadhead, the Magnus Stinger, has been dethroned. By who? Stick around to find out. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Pak One Outdoors. If you followed me for any length of time, you'll know that I've been a big fan of the Magnus Stinger, this broadhead right here. Not the buzz cut, just the straight cut. This has been a wonderful broadhead for me. I've killed everything with it for probably the last 10 years. Durable, terrific head, but it has been dethroned. But by who? This right here. This is a single bevel Magnus. Same company, but to me, just a better broadhead. They come in 125s, 150s. You can get them in a right-handed bevel for right-handed shooters, or now they come out, you can do a left-handed bevel for left-handed shooters. The overall diameter here is 1 3/4 inches, and then the width is 1 16 inches. But just look at that. That thing is brutal. And so you might be wondering, why did I switch over to a single bevel? Well, I wanted to go with a heavier setup because I do plan on hunting Africa in the future. And sort of a requirement over there. I mean, not that the Stinger wouldn't have worked, but I just wanted something a little bit more heavy, a little bit more FOC. And the idea that these single bevels, the way they're designed, they rotate, and they keep rotating as they're penetrating soft tissue. So that makes a lot more damage, and it also creates like an S wound channel. And I think I get better blood trails out of these by far. They're super durable. I mean, I'd like to go out and shoot them for you and show you all that, but if you want to see how they fly, you can actually go on Magnus's website. They do an excellent video on durability where they shoot this thing through a steel drum lid, and it floats through it like butter. And he shoots it into a cinder block, and he sinks it into a cinder block all the way up here to the top of the ferrule. So that's insane. And he had to actually chisel it out of a solid concrete piece. So great durability on these things. Sharpening is really easy. It's easier than I thought it would be. I was a little intimidated by a single bevel, but really, once you get the bevel straight, Mike Sohm did an excellent job, and he's the creator of these. And I believe it's a 30% bevel on that. So I bought myself a work sharp, and I put it at 30%, rough it up a few times with a 400 grit, and then go to a 600 grit on the same side. Then you flip it over to the part that isn't beveled, the back half of it, which is right here. And I just knocked the burr off with a strop. It has a leather strop with it, so I strop off that burr, and then she is razor sharp. And I've shot these, when I first took them out of the package, I shot them 5 or 6 times into a Reinhardt target, pulled them out, and they were still sharper than most broadheads you get brand new right out of the package. To me, that was impressive. I mean, they're deadly sharp, and they're really easy to keep sharp. So they do come in a buzz cut also, where it has the, it's not really serrations, it's more of just interruptions in there. And I myself have never been a fan of any kind of serrated or anything like that, because to me they're a pain in the rear to sharpen, and I'm not a fan. I talked to someone also, they were the head of, in Michigan, they were the head of the, like a veterinary part, and they studied swine. And they told me that if you hit something with a serrated edge, that actually it does a different kind of damage that will cause the blood to send more platelets to the wound. So actually using a serrated blade, the chopping motion of it as it goes through actually could be a deficit to you, and it might send more platelets to plug up the wound. Now, I don't know if that's true or not. I'm assuming it is, but you know, I haven't seen that firsthand. So I just like to go with a simple, easy to resharpen blade like this one. Super durable, super thick, great steel, and affordable. These will run in the neighborhood of like $50 to $55 for a pack of 3, which is way better than some of them out there that are about $300 for 3. Not a fan of that. You still get Magnus's lifetime warranty on these, which is great. So anything you do, if you want to shoot it into a cinder block and you ruin the blade, you send it back to them and they'll send you a brand new one. But you can't beat that bulletproof warranty. It's a no BS warranty, which I really enjoy. I'm a big warranty guy. I like all that. But just a great head. And as far as flight goes, I switched my whole setup mid-season. And these were really, really easy to tune in. I had very little problems and very little difference between flight with these and the Stingers. Granted, these are a little heavier, so I had to tune. I went with a little bit stiffer spine. I went with 300 on these. And overall, it's been a wonderful broadhead. They're great, and that's what I got to say. So if you're in the market and you're thinking about switching over to a single bevel, I would definitely start with the Magnus. They've taken over the championship from the Stingers for me, which I never thought in a million years that would happen. I've ran Stingers through so many different animals, and they've always performed flawless. I always had great pass-throughs, and these are going to be the same. So just a little bit heavier, a little more durable, and as I said, that motion of rotating. And you can feel the rotation as you pull it out of a target. When a Stinger goes in, it's flat, and it leaves just like however it hits, it's a straight pull, and you can pull it straight out of the whatever target you're shooting into, especially a Reinhardt because of the type of foam they have. But as you pull this one out, it rotates right back out of that wound channel, and it's pretty impressive. These will do a little bit more heavier damage to say if you don't make the ideal shot and you possibly hit bone. This is more likely to snap and keep penetrating right through. I don't advise taking poor shots, but come on, guys, we all know they happen. So you don't always shoot perfect. Sometimes you're off a little here or there. Maybe you crowd the shoulder a little bit more so than when accidents happen, is what I'm trying to say. This is a little bit better insurance policy than say a double bevel that may deflect. So that's my review on these. I definitely think you should check them out. Awesome broadhead. And thanks again. Keep watching. Park 1